I went and picked up a dog shucker. Some people would say this is inhumane. Since I got this, Cosmo, my male German Shepherd, has been forming all these bad habits. Now, normally I can have my leash that I train him with on, and I can give it a little jerk or I can give a command, and he's right beside me and he listens. But once he gets in his kennel or once he gets someplace else, he knows I can't do anything. He's a smart dog. So I picked this up. This is like the cheapest one you could buy. I think I paid 20 bucks for it. And I'm impressed. This thing has a shaker, so it shakes on his neck. No electricity, no nothing. Then you got two electricities. This one on the bottom's 10% higher. This one's lower. And you push the middle button on the side, you turn the knob, and you can set it up to 100. But let me tell you, if you crank that up to 100 and you hit that one for 10%, oh, he'll yelp. He'll be like, wow, that hurts. So you really don't need that set, but I'm telling you, you're going to try it just to see if it works. And then I even put it on me, on my arm, and zapped myself. And it wasn't that bad, even when I had it set to 100%. I think it's just scary because it wasn't used to it, is what it is. Because it really didn't feel any more than like a little bit higher than static electricity. I mean, to me, anyways. So, but I haven't used these. I only used it once to see how it works. And he did yelp. I'm mainly using the vibration. And it's so funny when I hit the vibration button, okay? He'll literally turn his head around to try and figure out how are you doing that? And I'm on the other side of the room, right? And I say come, he don't come. He wants to run around the circle. I hit him with the vibration, and he just kind of looks at me. Well, how'd you do that? And I said, come here. And that's it. He comes running. And then I look and say, he sits. This thing is a godsend, and I'm not kidding. There is nothing worse than having a dog that's not trained. Now, I didn't get him as a severe puppy. I didn't get him as a baby. I mean, he was a runaway. He was extremely skitty. I mean, he took a lot of care to get him back up. Now he's getting stronger. You don't see his ribs anymore. You don't see his back. He's still fighting me when I walk him. He'll run after a cat. This is going to come in handy. But since then, and he'll do other things. Like, I don't know where he picked this up. If I take my keyboard and take it off my lap and go set it beside my desk, he just flips out. He will go crazy for like, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds, screaming like somebody is murdering him. Like, oh my God, he's going to give me a headache. So when I first got this, I started doing the vibration every time he did it. So I take keyboard off, put it on thing, and he'd start screaming. I'd hit that vibration over and over and over and over like 7 times. He'd stop and look at me and stop. The screaming stopped. Now I didn't have to zap him. All he did was vibrate it on his neck. That's it. And after doing it, I don't know, 2 times, 3 times, I didn't even do it that much. He stopped that bullshit inside the cage screaming like that. So that was really nice. And that now I made a video on Luna, the female, how she would get near his cage with the ball. He would go crazy. But when I went near the ball, he wouldn't do nothing. Now that's not good. I was just showing people how a German Shepherd can go from 0 to 100. So I reapplied that. I took the ball, I rolled it over to his cage. I told Luna to get her ball. She ran over there, and I started hitting the vibration, and he didn't go after her no more. He didn't have that aggressive personality. He didn't want that ball. He was more concerned with the vibration bothering him, is what he was. So after, again, 2 or 3 times, next thing you know, I had my female dog just kind of walking around, and anytime she got close to his cage, he'd flip out. I mean, he wanted blood. Well, I kept an eye on it, and every time he would raise his upper lip or pretend he wanted to go, I'd hit the vibration button, and he'd stop right away. So now she was able to walk around his cage. She was able to look at him. She was able, and I was like, wow, at least now I can see some progress. Oh, this thing's amazing. And I never had to use anything like this on my female, but this male, I mean, he's out of control. I'll spend 4 or 5 hours with him on a leash, and it's like I get a small dent, in the training. I feel like, oh my God, it's going to take 20 years. But since I picked this up to test it, and I'm new to this, um, No, it's a godsend. I'm not taking 3 or 4 hours, literally minutes, 2 or 3 times. He gets the idea. He says, I don't want to feel that. He doesn't like the vibration. For some reason, the vibration bothers him, which I find kind of funny. But it's great, and it allows me to control him a lot better. Now, I'm sure in time I won't need this at all. I mean, after I get him to where he understands what's happening here. We're not going to put up with him screaming in a cage like he's being killed when nothing's happening. You know, um, my wife, she came downstairs the other day and he wouldn't stop. He was screaming like the end of the world came. He doesn't see her that often. Normally, she does not like big dogs. I mean, she doesn't mind Luna, my female. Took her a long time to get used to that, but she likes little Pomeranians. She's not much into the big dogs. She really isn't. Maybe she got bit when she was younger. I don't know, but she's not into the big dogs. But Cosmo did scare her a little bit. Now, if I would have had this, that wouldn't have happened. And we're going to do that. I'm going to have her come down, and when he starts up with that screaming like he does, I'm going to have to hit him with the shock, and that not the shock, the vibration, and that's going to make a difference. I'm telling you, I only used the shock once, and I heard him yelp, and I said, okay, I was just making sure it works. And I guess you could hit that on severe things. If he's not listening from the buzzing going on, then it's time to shock him. Is what it is. So it's almost like you're giving him a warning. I'm going to give you a warning with with it kind of vibrating on your neck. And if you don't listen, well, that's coming next. But I haven't had to do that. And you can set how heavy that is. I mean, you can go from 0 to 100. You can set it at 10, and then let this one will be an extra 10%. So, but this thing's nice. It really is. I mean, I've seen a few trainers on YouTube talk about it, and then you see a lot of people in the comment section probably going to get him online. Oh, you're hurting your poor dog. You have to understand that dog is a very big dog. He has a very good bite, and if he's not trained properly to listen, and you don't have control over that German Shepherd, he's going to hurt somebody. And that's all there is to it. And I want to keep my dog. I don't want somebody saying, oh, your dog bit some child and now we're going to have to put him down. I don't want to deal with that. I want him to know that when you're on my leash, you're going to listen to what I say and you're not going to choke on it and you're not going to chase. So now when I got him on the leash, I'll have this off to the side. And if he goes after a cat like he has in the future, I'll turn around and vibrate it and let him know we're not going to put up with that. And put it into it, which is going to speed up the training. I just see the training being sped up already with this thing. So if you have a crazy German Shepherd out of control or any other type of dog like that, then I would really look in. And I bought the cheapest one I could. I mean, they got some out there for $200. I bought the cheapest one I could buy. Now, who knows? Maybe it'll only last 2 or 3 months and then it'll break. And I was like, well, at least I know it works now. I didn't want to go spend, $100 and then find out the damn thing don't work, right? But this is awesome. I don't think I'd use this on a little dog. I think a little dog would be much easier to manage, but unless it's a biter, Chihuahuas are known for that. But he's actually right in front of me. Usually, whenever I've tried to make videos in the past, he'll be walking around his cage, or he'll be thumping and making noises, or he'll start whining. Listen, you don't hear nothing, do you? He's just laying down in front of me on his back with his legs in the air. Is what he's doing. He's off in Wonderland sleeping. Is what he's doing. All because of this. No fighting, no saying, hey, lay down, bad dog, none of that. Nope. I just call his name, Cosmo. No, okay. We're going to wiggle it. And then he puts it into it. He has identified that when I hit that button, and it's not shocking, it's just vibrating on his neck. That's it. That he's going to feel. He doesn't seem to like that. And the collar came off a little bit, and he was trying to get a hold of it with his mouth, right? Was what he was trying to do. I was sitting there, and I was watching him from my chair, and I was like, oh, you smart little bugger. You get a hold of that, huh? So, no more screaming, no more high stress. No, this is awesome. This is just another thing to add into your training arsenal, and you really don't want to hit that electricity button. I mean, the vibration is pretty much all I've needed, and Cosmo's pretty wild. It's what he is. It's like a German Shepherd on drugs. And he's getting stronger. He's not getting weaker. When I first got him, he was weaker. But now that I'm feeding him good, I'm giving him vitamins, he's getting, I think he's popped an inch bigger, taller, and he's starting to fill out. So when you wrestle with him or get into it on the floor, oh, he wins. He's just, he's wiry, he's go, go, go. I mean, it's crazy, is what it is. And he just does these quirky things. Like, you could go 2 weeks and say Cosmo cage, and he'll go in the cage, and you shut the door, and everything's good, right? And then all of a sudden, one day, within 2 weeks, you'll say Cosmo cage, and he'll look at it and say, nope, I'm not going in there. So then you get up, and now he plays this game where he runs around and he does circles and he plays all this game, and he's not letting you. And that can't be tolerated. And it has to be fixed. That's all there is to it. But so far, just today, I got this. And one time we one time we zapped him, and every other time all we've done is vibrate it. And that one time is I wanted to see if it worked, and it worked good. I'll have a link at the bottom. I don't know. I'd pick it up if I were you, but it's a whole lot happier having a dog that is under control than one that's not. Catch you guys later.